What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? Give you guys a few seconds to get in here. So today I want to really show you some a movement that I use often in my playing. So I want to talk to you about that. It's a minor 7 to the minor 9 movement. I like to use this when I'm playing just to add like a little bit more kind of sauce. So it's one of those movements that I feel could definitely be a cool thing to kind of learn and add to your repertoire. So for those that are just coming in, I'm doing this movement. I'm doing a kind of going to show you guys one of the movements that I like to use whenever I'm playing. It's when I'm in the minor 7, I do the minor 7 to a minor 9 kind of movement, and then I walk it down a little bit. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. If you're brand new to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to be notified, because I'm telling you, from time to time, I'm going to be hopping on here and doing lessons like this, and I really don't want you to miss out. Also, just a little backstory of who I am. My name is Kerry. Too Smooth. I've been playing guitar for well over 20 years. I've been playing professionally for a very long time. I played for the likes of Tyrese, Jason Derulo. I've played with Lettucey. I played with the Black Eyed Peas. I played with Ty Dolla $ign. I played with Chrisette Michele, Tyrese, 2 Chainz. I mean, a host of people. I work with a host of people. So a lot of these things that I'm sharing with you, I've used in different platforms, whether I've been on records that I've used with some of your favorite R&B artists, or just in general. So I want to share with you today one of my favorite movements. This is the minor 7 to minor 9 movement that I use. And I like to use it because it sauces up whatever kind of playing that you're doing. If you place it the right way, you're going to definitely sauce up your playing. The biggest thing that I always tell people a lot of times is placement. You don't have to have the biggest chops in the world, but if you have the proper placement, then you will definitely be effective. So let's just go ahead and show you this particular movement. So I'm gonna sit you guys down here so you guys can see the guitar a whole lot better. So I'm gonna be in the key of A, right? So I'm gonna do this minor 9 movement, from minor 7. You guys, if you've heard some of my YouTube videos or just some of my tracks, you know that's a movement that I like to use a lot. And it's a really cool movement because I'm taking that minor 7, the F sharp minor 7. I'm gonna go down to F sharp minor 9. And the one thing that I want to always talk about is once you get familiar with how to do that movement, you got to like start to understand the sliding techniques. Like sliding gives that much more kind of like tonality, like just a lot of bit more like little sauce when you're playing. So instead of you just doing, just landing on that note, but like sliding into that note. So just even doing movements like that. So going from that minor 7, so the F sharp minor 7, just hammering on. Just adding that kind of stuff to your playing. So I just did it down here too. So like I did it off of the 6. If you're not familiar with the number system, I highly encourage you to really start to just put your hands into the number system. I've got a lot of things on my website, kerryscamp.com, a lot of courses that talk about the number system. So that way, if you understand, if you hear somebody say, oh, I'm going to the 6, or I'm doing this movement from off of the 2, you know exactly what they're talking about. So that way you don't feel lost if they tell you what key they're in. Like I'm in the key of A major, right? So I just did this movement off of the 6, which is that F sharp minor 7. And then I did it off of the 2. And then what you can do is like you can kind of create like a little riff so that way that you have like a little idea of a melody. That's a really cool movement. Like I said, it's just gonna help you when you're adding sauce and you're playing. It's all about just the dynamics of knowing when to place this lick. It's a cool lick. I mean, it's not very complicated, but when placed properly, it's just gonna definitely wow the audience if you're playing in front of people, or just if you're playing on a record, whatever you're doing, people are gonna be like, oh man, that's really nice. And it's just really combining two of the minor chords. They're the same minor chord. So I'm taking that B minor 7, right? And I'm just gonna make it a 9 down here. So I'm going from this B minor 7. You wanna work on that slide. That slide is part of the technique that's really gonna definitely make your playing that much more valuable whenever you're playing, because that's what it's all about. You definitely want to take those. It's just like really having that moment of where you just really like overcompensate, going over that lick. So number one, you realize where the spacing is, and then two, you know where to land on that chord. So if I'm looking at it, this chord, right? Because I'm going to start it, right? So off of it where my pinky is. So 5 frets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you count where your pinky's at already, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I know I'm gonna land right there. So I know that that's where the last place for my chord. So I'm gonna do that. Just practice sliding. It's so important, just like those little small subtleties, like knowing where to land when you're doing chords like that makes that much of a difference. It's really about knowing where to land. So I see we got a few more people in here. So if you're brand new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe and then click the bell to be notified. From time to time, I'm gonna definitely be like jumping in here and doing like different kind of lives and different kind of trainings and different kind of like just showing you guys movements and ideas. I'm just at a phase in a place in my career where I want to give back. I want to teach and empower the guitar players. Like somebody was just saying, like, it's crack for your ears. Definitely, I'm trying to give you that sauce, that ear candy. The same stuff that I got, I definitely want to put it in your hands so the way you can play the way that I play, or the way that you want to play. Like, you know, so that's what it's all about. And so for those that are looking to try to do an even deeper dive, I've got a lot of different kind of courses on my site called kerryscamp.com, and it's camp with a K. So it's KERRYKAMP.com, that really show you like different kind of movements and different kind of like training that's going to really help you out. Like I said before, if you're not familiar with the number system, I definitely would have said like, go check out some of the stuff on the website, because I have a lot of courses that really spell out the number system that teach you a lot of different things. And one of the great things about understanding the number system, it's just really cool because it's a universal language, right? So you want to make sure that you can speak the same language that somebody else speaks. So if I said if I was in the key of C and I'm like, oh, I'm doing a movement off of the 2, you know that, oh, okay, cool. You know roughly where that may be. Or if you're not that strong, you may know roughly where that is. But if you know where, like you're really strong in the number system, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So those are some of the things and the ideas and the concepts that I really want to talk to you about. It's just teaching you how to do like placements of those moves, right? So because I'm in the key of A, I want to show you that if I went to another key, right? I did all of that stuff in the key of A, right? So let's just say my root note was in B flat. But let's just say I want to do like the movement off of the 2. The spacing in the movement doesn't change. Like the notes have changed, but like me doing that spacing in that movement has not changed. It's just a really cool, subtle like movement that you can use and pull out whenever you want to pull out. Because whenever it's placed in the right spot, it's going to definitely like add that more enhancements to your playing. That's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So just taking that movement, but let's just say we went to key of D. Our root is in D and I want to do the same movement off of the 2. It's a really cool, just a subtle movement. I'm telling you, like, it's when placed in the right spot, it's definitely going to be that much more effective. Um, so I'm gonna go back and I saw a few comments. I want to go and try to answer some of those stuff that people were saying. Some people were saying hello, love this channel, appreciate it. How's it going, big bro? It's going great. It's going great. What up, man? What up? What up? Love you too. Play that. Appreciate it. I wish even today I wish I could play like that. Appreciate. If you want to play like this, man, all you got to do is go to kerryscamp.com. I'm telling you, I'm giving the students everything that I do, so the way that they understand exactly what it is. Those embellishments make a world of difference when they don't use. That's true. That's true. Very true. Very true. Since when you slide to the minor 9, what chord are you sliding to? So I start out on the minor 7, then I slide to that minor 9 chord. So I start from the minor 7 to the minor 9. Crack for your ears. Cool. Very nice idea. Cool. That's what I love about your channel. It's so refreshing. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. How can a 7th be used in a progression? So it just depends. Like you could use minor 7s. You could do 2, 3, 6. There's a whole lot of different ways that it can be configured in order to make stuff. I'm subscribing. I love your channel. I love what you're teaching. Appreciate it. Really appreciate this. That's what's up. The same thing as tritones. Yep. I just want that guitar. Appreciate it. All right, cool. Matter of fact, you know what? Just because you guys are on here right now, I'm just gonna I'll give you guys a snapshot into Kerry's camp. That's what I'll do. So let me go ahead and let's do this. Let's do it this way. All right, switch that around. All right, so let's just take a look into Kerry's camp. That's what we'll do. All right, so this is Kerry's camp, right? And I don't do this for everybody, so we'll just take a look into this. And because I was teaching you guys about various things, one of the things that we were teaching today was about movement. So let's just take a real quick look at the movement. So now these are some lessons. These aren't all the lessons. These are just a few lessons on different kind of movements, adding the sauce, rhythmic dueling, Stairway to Heaven, the Spanky Alfred warm-up. This is just a few different kind of things on the actual site. So let's just go back, right? So Kerry's camp is an extensive course, seriously. And the main thing that I do when I'm teaching my students is the 5-step system. This is what we're talking about. We talk about build, play, embellish, express, and substitute. It's really important to understand that these are the foundational pieces of what we're teaching, because before you could do anything, you got to build a solid foundation, and I got to show you how to play. And then once you learn how to play, you got to learn how to embellish. Then we're talking about expressing ourselves so the way you have your own unique voice, and then the substitutes, because after a while you start to play like you're just trying to figure out how to add substitutes to your playing. So one of the great things about Kerry's camp, we have a live Q&A, where it's usually the first Thursday of every month. I sit on there and I answer all the questions from the students, and I get a chance to interact with them, and we get to just, you don't get that from a lot of other places. And we have the chord library. That's another one of my bonuses that I love, because as a guitarist, I know for a long time I got tired of just reading books. I'm a visual learner, so just understanding how to have those different chords and see them and hear them, I was able to just do those, which is really cool. So I'm just gonna give y'all a little snapshot. You got different modules in here, so we'll just look at some of the modules, right? So the 5-step system, we got the song request, we got the live Q&A, we're talking about the chord library. So we have, right now, and counting, we have 574 lessons, and I add lessons to the site every week, okay? Because I wanted to just continue to grow. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is Kerry's Corner. So what Kerry's Corner is just we have different guitarists. Y'all can see we got Jules the Wolf that was on there, Sean Hinton, Melanie Faye, Mark Lettieri, Taylor G, J-Mo, Eric Walls. So I'm getting some of the best guitarists that have played in the industry that the students can ask questions from time to time. I mean, I'm not just saying that this is one of the dopest sites. I'm being honest, this is one of the dopest sites. One of the people that we have coming on this week, this Saturday, is Ben O'Neill. So if you guys don't know who Ben O'Neill is, Ben O'Neill plays guitar for John Legend. He's played for Jill Scott. For all my gospel cats out there that love Ty Tribbett, he's the original guitarist for Ty Tribbett. So all those records that you heard of back in the day, he's the guy that was playing guitar for Ty Tribbett. So yeah, I just want to give y'all a brief snapshot into Kerry's camp so y'all can see it for yourselves and know that what does he keep talking about this Kerry's camp? What is this thing? What is this thing? What is this thing? We have lessons for days, and we're always constantly adding stuff to the site. We get some of the industry's best in here so that way we can try to equip the students with the best tools. I want to give you guys the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? So the website is kerryscamp.com, and that is KerrysCamp.com. I definitely would love for you to check it out and love it. It's about community. It's not just one of these where like I'm just pointing out and just doing whatever. It's about a community. So there's a lot of students that we have on all across the world. And one of the great things I love about this community is that before COVID, I used to see some of the students out at NAMM, just at various places that I toured or whatever. And it's just a good sense of having a community and a network. And so after all of this stuff kind of subsides, whatever, we're going to open the doors back up. You know, we do meet and greets. We get together. I do lessons. I do training with the students all the time. So it's a great thing to be a part of something, because you have to have somebody that knows what they're talking about, that has the passion to really help you in order to just really achieve the type of success you want to have as a guitarist. It says I could give advice on funk. If you give advice on funk progression, what would you say? Nelson, the great thing about funk progressions is timing. You got to have those ghost notes and other stuff like that. That would be the best thing. I'm trying to find my sound. I find myself going back and forth between jazz, R&B, and neo soul. Is there an element that ties them all together? Yes. It's called gumbo. Like gumbo is essentially what I do. I'm a jazz, neo soul, R&B, and gospel. It's just, you gotta, that's how you have your voice. That is your voice. So you gotta use them properly, and it doesn't matter what kind of genre you play. The trick of it is to try to figure out how to make it all sound good together. And you can definitely do that. I love the chord library. I appreciate it. For all of those who are not on Kerry's Camp, at least you can do is for yourself is to sign up for 7 days. That's very true. You can try it out for 7 days and see if you like it. A real virtuoso. Yeah, appreciate it. How would you play the minor 7 to the minor 9 from the bass note of the 6th string? So I would go use it off of the 6th. That's where my movements would come. So like if I'm not using the 6th note as my bass, that I would use like, so as an example, right? So if I'm playing in the key of A is my root. I'm not doing that movement off of the A string, like the A, right? So the A is, because of how I like to make the movement work, I do it off of the 5th string, just because that's gonna make it work. That's how you got to make it work. So it's not off of the 6th string. You only really do it really off of the 5th string. That's how this movement works. That's the idea. That's the concept behind it. That's how that movement works, really primarily off of the 5th string. So. All right, so those are just some concepts, some ideas that I wanted to share with you about some different kind of movements. If you want to learn a lot of different movements, especially like spanky warm-ups or whatever, you definitely should check out Kerry's Camp. There's a lot of great nuggets in there. For those who are just tuning in, hi, my name is Kerry. I've been playing well over 20 years. I've shared the stage. I've played with artists like Tori Kelly, Kirk Franklin, Melanie Fiona, Chrisette Michelle. I've worked with the Black Eyed Peas. I've done some stuff with Jason Derulo, Ty Dolla $ign, 2 Chainz, Tyrese, Trey Songz. I've worked with a lot of people. So I've been doing this for a very long time, but I've come to a point in my career where I just want to share and I want to give back. So it's not about like me just trying to brag and just be like, yo, I'm that guy, but it's just the fact that I just want to establish my credibility with you guys, so the guys, you will know, like, I'm just not some dude out here that's just saying whatever. I'm just trying to share with you and just trying to help you guys grow in your craft, because I know what it feels like to be able to play without any restrictions, to be able to hear something on the radio, grab your guitar and be like, oh, yo, I want to jam out, and know what that feels like. So I'm really just showing you. And this is not saying that if you take this course, you're going to be like able to go on stage, because that's not everybody's desire. Some people just want to be able to play in the comfort of their own home. Some people just want to be able to play at the local venues, or some people aspire to want to play on stage. I just want to give you the tools, regardless of whatever level you're at. If you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, I want to be able to give you the tools so that way you can feel like you can unlock the fretboard. If I just be like, yo, here's the guitar, play it, you could just grab it and be like, all right, cool. I know how to kind of mess around with it a little bit, or I know exactly what I'm doing. I want that kind of freedom. So that's why I do this from time to time. That's why I'm trying to get people to understand like the importance of going to Kerry's camp, having a site, having a mentor, having somebody who's really going to help you to understand, because I used to be on the other side of the rope, if you will. I used to be in the audience. I know what that feels like, seeing your favorite guitarist on stage or going to concerts and like, man, I wish I could do that. Or I wish I knew what they were thinking or how they do whatever. That's one of the reasons that I started to do what I'm doing, especially with Kerry's Camp, YouTube, also my Instagram as well. So it's about giving back, and I'm at a place now where I really definitely want to do that. So I just wanted to hop on here really quickly, not just take up too much of your time, because y'all could really be doing anything. Yesterday was my birthday, so I still got a whole bunch of stuff to do to celebrate, but I just wanted to share that with y'all because I was like, you know what? I just want to be able to give back. That's what it's all about. So definitely want to give back to you guys. Like I said, if you're new to this channel, go and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell to be notified. Appreciate that, David. Appreciate that, David. Because I want to make sure that you guys are always aware what's going on. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing conversations with Kerry Too Smooth, where I'm going to just be answering a lot of your questions that you may have when it comes to like guitar related kind of stuff. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to be notified, because we do this thing from time to time. And if you have not checked out Kerry's Camp, you should definitely do it. If you want to sign up, you should definitely do that too, because I said before, we've got Ben O'Neill, who plays for John Legend, is a guitarist for John Legend. He's also worked with Jill Scott. And for my gospel cats, he's one of the original guitarists that played with Ty Tribbett back in the day. So AKA Benny Bananas, Ben O'Neill, we're going to have him tomorrow. That's going to be talking. If you're a member of Kerry's Camp, we're going to be having a live Q&A with him, kind of an interview session. And the students get to ask questions to the guitarists. That's the whole point. I want you to be able to sit at the feet, because usually when you go to these clinics, only a few people get a chance to ask questions, and the rest of us guys got to sit there and just be like, all right, cool. And then maybe hope to get something signed. But at Kerry's Camp, I really make it like an informal thing where we just sit and we just talk, we listen. Whatever questions you do have, you can submit them ahead of time. We can ask the artist, we ask the guitarist, and they could just share with you insight or whatever. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to hop off here really quickly. You guys are the lucky ones because you guys are on right now. Check out Kerry's Camp. It's free for 7 days. If you're like one of those guys that's just like, I don't know, I just want to check it out. You check it out. Check it out for 7 days. Hopefully you'll join and be a part of this community. That's what it's all about, is community. Love you guys. You guys take care. Y'all stay safe. Appreciate the birthday love, man. I appreciate it, man. Love you guys, man. Y'all take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Conversations with Kerry in the morning.